everyone, I am back, and these are the little doodle books. And like I said in the last video, this idea was Michelle Mooney's. That's where I got it from years ago. Oh gosh, I can't even tell you how many years ago. Probably at least 4 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. And I had made some of these, and it was when I was first getting into some of this, other than the mini album craze. You know, I was so into graphic 45, and that's pretty much all I did was mini albums. But she was the first one that I actually watched the tutorial on to do some of these doodle books. And I'm going to start with my Valentine's one. I have a blank one. Well, I actually have 4 of these, 4 blank ones, and then these 2 are the Prima's Teal, which I actually love that paper, and I keep using little pieces of it here and there, and I'm going to end up not having enough to make a full album out of. And anyway, so these are my Valentines. I have 4 of them, and I'm just pretty well going to, when I list them in Etsy, just look at the covers. Since these 2 are the same, this will be the Valentine's Doodle Book red stitching, and this will be the Valentine Doodle Book black stitching, and that's how I will do those there. And these here, you'll just look on the photo there, the image, and that's what we'll you know, I'm not going to title them. So anyway, this is the doodle book, and they are just doodle books. They're for you to staple your photos in, staple receipts in, just different stuff like that. I didn't even put anything on the cover so that you could actually go ahead and title it whatever you want to. And I did them for Valentine's Day, but you could actually do anything in there. It would not have to be a Valentine's Day thing. So here I've got these envelopes, these little envelopes here, and they are, let me get this because I said I would card. And anyway, they're just little envelope for you to slip something in. I have included these because I said I would, and in the last video I explained that I ordered a box of these, and they will go in every journal until I don't have any more. That because I said I would, I actually seen on the news when I was off over the holiday. I think it was the Today Show or something he was on. It's just a young man who started a cause to share your promise. You know, if you said you would, then do it. And these, even if you said you'd do something, whether it's something in your own life that you said you would do, you know, then keep your promise. Anyway, he goes around and he talks to young people about, you know, being a person of their word, you know. And so anyway, I just thought it was kind of neat, and so I ordered the cards so that I could put them in everyone. Now you can print these yourself. You can, they'll send you 10 free, or you can buy some, you know, buy a box or a few of them. So anyway, I bought a box of them, and they, like I said, they'll go in every journal. I kind of like that. So anyway, what I did was, once I punched out the tab punch that I had, I just sewed it in. I sewed the negative part in there. And then here are some just little tickets. And like I said, I don't have anything Valentine's stuck in here, so that if you didn't want to use it for Valentine's, you didn't have to. Of course, it will be red. You know, I do have the red, but there's just book page and some sewing there. Here's just a little, I also have this punch. This is, I believe, a Teresa Collins punch, just that little banner punch, or whatever you want to call that. Here is a little envelope. Here is a little, where you can write, just like a little airmail envelope that you can write on. And that is in there. And then I did some stitching. This has a little pocket there. And then here are some of those little tabs. I just got them on with a little Tim Holtz Brad did some stitching here. These are just index cards, blank index cards. I did use some of this really thin, and it's pretty sturdy. I tried to break it and I couldn't break it before I did the journals with it. But this is, at Tuesday morning, they had the We Are Memory Keepers little sewing machines, and you were supposed to be able to use this as thread, this little bit of twine. Well, I bought the twine, and it is really sturdy and it's really thin, and I thought that'd be great on some Christmas journals when I saw it. But I actually bound this book with it, and like I said, it was pretty sturdy. I tried to break it, but it didn't break, so I think it will be fine holding the journals in. And there's a little Valentine image there. And this is from Authentique's Valentine's collection. I don't remember the name of it offhand. And there's just a little bridge score pad there. And I did add a little bit of lace and seam binding, or fabric, or lace ribbon, or whatever you want to call this, with some seam binding. My brain isn't functioning today. I don't know why. Here is another one of those little tab negatives. And here is some of the tickets. This is a ticket punch, little bees, I believe, and I tried to put a little washi tape in it. Here's one of those cards because I said I would. And here is another pocket where I did a guest check and another little card there. And then I just stitched the part that perforates off. I just stitched it on the time card. And then these are just going to come with the journal. And the back I left a pocket too, so. And then I just got a couple little journaling spots and a couple of little more Valentine cards. So anyway, that will come with that. Alright, and these are all basically the same. The images are going to be a little different, so I'm going to go through this pretty quick. This is the red stitching with the red ribbon. And like I said, this is all the same except for the whatchamacallits will be a little different, the images, but everything has been pretty much done the same. There's a little image there, and then here's a little image here with the little bridge pad score sheet there. Here's the index cards, doily, the other negative there, little book page with the tickets. Here is another little card with the guest check, but like I said, they're all basically the same. Here are a couple of images here, and then there are those to go with it. So there is that one. And then here are the little pink ones, and like I said, these are basically the same. I even hate to go through them much because the only thing really different is going to be the images mainly. And then there is that. And I'll just kind of skip through it so that you can see the images. There's a little image there. This one here, I've got these going a little opposite to each other. And then here is that image. And the bridge card there, score pad. And these are just great little doodle books. They're good for especially a one-time event, you know, if that's what you're doing, just a one-time event. And then there are some of those little stitched on journaling spots, and then of course I did put that in each one on the front and the back. Okay, and then here is this one. This is really cute. Oh, I should have showed you the back. Oh, that one's the same on both sides, and this is the same on both sides too. This one here was a little different because of this only being on part of that 12 by 12 sheet. Here is the little image there. I think I'm getting out of frame a little bit. And I didn't put this in every one of them, so that I didn't do. There's that little image. Doily. And the guest check again. And I did put this on each one. And then here will be the little images with that. And of course I put 2 of these in each one. So, okay. And then this is the Zella Teal, which I did do different on these. These here will be different. These books are identical. The only difference will be there's 2 big tags that will be different. So, but they are basically the same. I did put the little memories here. I just took my circle punch and cut that out of the 12 by 12 sheet that had the little tags on it. I did put the little negative in there. I used some of this gray lace here. And this is what's going to be different. These 2 big ones that I've gotten here are going to be different than in the other one. So this one's Follow Your Heart. And I did not cover the back because you can easily journal on those lines. And I didn't want to cover up the lines. This is Grateful for You, and I've just kind of stitched it on. Happy is a tuck spot. It's supposed to be 60-pound cardstock, but it is not. It's very thin. I call it more journaling paper, but then I added another negative, but I did add more of those. Here's the middle pocket. This image will be different in the other little book. Here I've added another little envelope there with some teal colored stitching on it. Here I've added some lace and seam binding, and this is Love, and just kind of stitched it on. And then you've got your doily. Here's that card because I said I would. And I did some of the seam binding there. And then you've got the guest check, and I've added this little bloom card. And then here I've stitched that on the same way, and then here are the little tickets. So, and I've added a few little pieces here that'll go with it. I did add this image just in case you wanted to put it on the cover with some kind of cardstock or lace or fabric or something, because it just matches so well. I didn't want to put it on the cover in case that was not what the recipient wanted to do, but I did include it in the book. So anyway, that will be that one, and I'll probably just list them 1 and 2 in Etsy. And before I forget it here, we'll just mark that first one as number 1, and this one will be number 2. I should have already had that done. So this one will be number 2, and that's how I'll list it in Etsy. So anyway, cover's the same. As a matter of fact, it's all identical, except for this will be the image in this one, which says Grow. And then I will show you the other image because everything else is identical. Okay, and in this one it's going to be Happy and Blessed. So that will be the images in number 2. But everything else is identical. They are made exactly the same. You know, with just a little variation of maybe how something is stitched, or, you know, something to that effect. Same exact little pieces are coming with it. So that will be my little number 1 and 2, and this will be the Zella Teal Doodle book is how they'll be listed, number 1 and number 2. Okay, so here is the blank. This is just the blank clean slate for you to do whatever on. I'm going to send a package of stuff that will come with it. All I have done is just tied it with twine around it. This one here you can cover in whatever you would like on your covers. I stitched around the cover, so you know all you'd have to really do is just make your, if you're going to put a pattern paper on it, just a little smaller than the stitching around the cover. But it is basically a blank journal. This here I've stitched a little lace and book page there. There's that. I've added just stitched on half of a guest check on that book page. This one here has more of the little craft cardstock here. There I've stitched a little book page on. Here are the pockets in the center. And then here is, I've stitched this on. It could actually be a tuck spot, or you could just glue it down and just journal, or actually even journal under it even a little bit if you wanted to. And then here is the other half of that guest check. There's that little craft envelope, a recycled envelope. And that is the book. So like I said, this is just the blank doodle book, ready for you to cover however you want. I did use a little bit sturdier cardstock than the cardstock in the pages, so that you use as the pages. Okay, so here is what's coming in with that particular blank journal. I've got the little tickets there, a couple of the tabs. I've got a couple of the Because I Said I Would cards. There's the little banner. Here is one of those little airmail envelopes. I've got a couple little journaling things that I've just sewn on. Here's a couple of the envelopes in case you want to put them in on the other side of the covers. Another guest check, and then another contract score pad for the bridge. So anyway, that's just what's coming with the journal. I'll have that in your package as well. So anyway, so that's my little doodle books, guys, and I am going to do my spring journals next, which are absolutely wonderful. I love the spring journals, love how they come out. This is one of them, and I will do that in another video, so I will see you in that video. Thanks for watching.